it's odd. I mean, you listen to this description of what work has become, and you have choices with the technology. 15 years ago, we had a conference on the technology's potential impacts, and we talked then about how it could be the new Enclosure Acts, or it could be very liberating. And it's turned into the new Enclosure Acts. It's driving people into situations that are dehumanizing, disempowering, disenfranchising. I think that if you look at the book and the work that the authors did, one of the things that I came to the conclusion of fairly early on in my time at the Central Labor Council was if we're going to deal with this new reorganization of capital in the world economy, there had to be room for experiment, and there wouldn't be a one-size-fits-all model. And one of the problems I think that the unions had is, what unions do very well is they're designed to protect what people have. At some point, they organize workers, but the organization matures, and they tend to try to hang on to what is. And when you get into one of these periods where everything changes, it is not really what the unions have done well. Workers hear the word new, and they have learned over history that new generally means not us. So they turn to their organizations to protect what they have. So we resist the technology rather than try to capture control of the technology. So that's a mistake. But if you think back, what can we build on? Well, at one point in our history, and you'd come into the 19th to 20th century, industrial work was the dirty, dangerous, insecure, low-paid work. And workers organized, and they developed models that we now like to refer to as we built the middle class. Well, the truth is we fought back. We refused to be disempowered, and we refused to be disenfranchised. That, movements like the civil rights movement, the women's movement, you can fight back. So what do we build on? If you look at these projects, every one of them, they knew how to organize. Most of the groups that were fighting to adjust to this new reality, right, are very, very skilled. The taxi workers have forced, think about this, they have no legal status as employees. The industry and the city of New York can do nothing without them. And they have led 2 strikes in this city. They have achieved health care for their workers. Without the legal right to collectively bargain, people bargain all the time. We can't lose sight of those windows. But the role of those of us in the labor unions that had some access to power was to kick the damn doors open. That's the job. They will organize themselves.